Good afternoon, my name's Chris and I live on the island of Unst in the Shetland Islands. So I kind of got sidetracked with what I was going to do today. I took quite a few videos back. I had a strimmer motor and I kind of had a look at it and I started taking it apart, as you do. Made a right old mess everywhere, and on the bench now I have, you can see, big pile of cast aluminium, and then over here a big old pile of steel, one piece of cast alley with, if you can see there, right in there, one screw which I cannot get out, so we'll get something a bit more heavy duty on that at some point. And little piston, I want to keep the little piston, I quite like that. Piece of cast alley on there which I've got to get off. If I can undo this nut inside there, but that's something for another time. Just clean my hands, got them dirty again. One of those days. But yeah, you know, sometimes you get sidetracked with things. But what I wanted to do, let's get down on the bench here. I've got two battery chargers for cars. You know, when you've got a flat battery, you plug it onto the battery and charge it with one of these. That's, I do believe, like an overnight charger. I could well be wrong. And then I've got, actually I'll just show you on this. It doesn't work because some clever soul cut the wires off the bottom. It wasn't me. And then I've got this one, which you charge up, and then you take it out to your car, plonk the jump leads on your battery, and away you go. But this hasn't got the power pack for it. You plug it in somewhere, I don't know quite where, but yeah, there's a power pack that goes with it to charge it up, or you can charge it from your car, which is not a lot of use if your battery's already flat. So we'll take them apart and see what's in. There's a fair bit of weight to them, so we'll have a little look. I may need to just move this back a touch, have a bit more room, because it's been a clumsy old day and we don't want to break any more things. And right on cue. Right, we'll start off with the little one. Just a few screws in the back. I'm getting through quite a few things this week, but these are the first things I wanted to actually do a little video on. I need to take apart the big kind of leaf blower that I've got, because I need a fan blade for a little project I've got going on. So we'll I might take that apart in the next one. We shall see. What's always one that isn't going to undo? So I've had a nightmare today with things not coming apart, so don't be surprised if something doesn't come apart here. Okay, that screw didn't want to come out, so we'll give him a little helping hand. There we go. Oh, look at that. So that's just plastic. Well, there's not much to that, but look at that. Whopping great big transformer. And that looks like copper. It's heavy enough, so I would imagine that's copper in there. We'll cut them. Actually, we won't cut those. We'll squeeze those, and that should pop out there. There we go. I'll lift that little bit in there. Just give it a squeeze. Come on, you're nearly there. There we go, that one came off properly. because they're just clamped together. It's a piece of alley, I do believe. Give that a squeeze. Come on. There we go. So we've got a cable, old style plug, always useful. Skip Day gave me 22 old style plugs and cables. So we'll have a take apart of those in a video, see what we get out of them. The rest of that should be fairly straightforward to come off. Pull those off of that. There we go. Some nice looking cables there. Right. That is a really nice big chunk transformer there. Hopefully the other one's got one in as well. And that, a couple of screws in there. We can pull that off there. Nice aluminium heatsink. Just undo those. Voltmeter. Try to use that for anything. And they should just push out. There's a little bit of glue on the side there. Cut that. And that should pop through there. The on-off switch, they'll be brass. Do the same with that one. Give it a cut. There we go, another piece of plastic. Another switch. That's pretty good. A little bit of brass. There might be some copper inside there. We'll have a look. If I remember, there might be a tiny piece. Nope. But that's all brass. They're brass. And another little bit of steel there. Nice. Let's just take that off there. It's not much of a piece of alley, but as we know, it all helps. There's a nut on the other side which is spinning around. Sure it didn't need to be that big, but there we go. Piece of alley, fairly light. We'll pull that off there. Some cables. I'll chuck that in with this piece of alley because it's got resin in there. I'll just chuck it in with circuit boards. Right. Let's get on to the larger one and see what's in that. So I took some of these jump leads apart before. That looks like copper, but it's actually steel. If that's like the one I had before. Let's get a magnet on that. There you go. Steel. So sometimes you have to watch out with things. They're not as they seem because it looks like a lovely piece of copper. But no. Right. Let's get these screws off of the back. I don't know about you, but I quite enjoy taking those transformers apart. As long as they're not covered in too much resin. Some of them you can just crack with a hammer, but a lot of them you've got a thin piece there and then an E-shaped piece there, And if they're alternated, which looks like this is, they're a bit, you get a Stanley knife and I just slide it down and then pull them out. Once you get the first few off, it's quite easy. You can knock it with a hammer and the thinner pieces tend to fall out, and then you can drop them out the other side. But I quite enjoy taking them apart. Sitting in the evening with nothing else to do. Forget those ones. So both of these were destined for the skip until I turned up. Whoa! Did not expect that. A lovely lead acid battery. Fantastic. Oh, and there's a motor in there as well, which I'll just take those cables off. There's that one, that one's there. So there's a nice motor in there for the compressor. So yeah, there's an air compressor built into this. There we go. Handy little thing, but so if you can't charge it up, it's not much use. Although if it's been completely flat, I'm just wondering if I could actually use it. I'd have to charge it up in the car though. What to do? What would you do? I'm going to charge it up in the car. Next time I'm driving around in the car, I'll it's got a cigarette lighter too, and that plugs in, so you can charge it up in the car. Oh no, you can't. How can you do that? No, I need the pack for it, so no. Don't you hate it when that happens? You think, oh, I could use that, and then no, you can't. Oh, it was exciting for a second. I've got a nice battery anyway. How much weight there is in that. Yeah, tricky bit is how to get the rest of this apart. That's a shame. If I just had the I think it's a, I don't know, you call it a DC pack. You plug it in. I throw away so many of them as well. I'm surely one of the ones I've had would fit that. But there we go. Cable. There's that. That's just going to slide out. I'll have to make some little cuts on that. Oh yeah, because there'll be little bolts. It's just like a regular battery, isn't it? Regular car battery. There we go. Just pop those under the lids. Hope you can see okay. I've tried a different angle today. Very awkward. There we go. Same with that one. There we you didn't expect there to be a battery in there. What would you prefer, a battery or a transformer? There. Can weigh that in a minute. Tiny circuit board. What are we looking at there? Let's get that off. Where does that go up? Take those off. And as you can see on these, let's get that in front of the camera. We've got enough light there. Some lovely copper cable there. Down there. Oh, yes. Clips. Just got those clips. Oh, it's going to be right awkward, that is. That. If I can bend that to get that through there. That's got an awkward little. There's an awkward bolt on that. Although if I can pull the cables off, I should be able to cut that one off. Doing that will just pop through there, but that's something stopping it. Okay. I don't like to cut cables taking things off, but I know a lot of you just snip the cables, but I don't like to do that. Nothing like making things way more difficult than they need to be. We've got a little light there. That's just a plastic piece there. Chuck them with those. Couple of little nuts to undo there. I'm hoping that will just fall through once they're undone. To make sure it's still recording, sometimes it has a habit of stopping halfway through. sometimes. Unbelievable how stubborn things can be. There we go. Let's drop that out. I don't think there's anything, there's a little bit of copper inside there. I'll just undo those. Just hold that side, stop it spinning around. Just a couple of switches. Right, plastic, get rid of that. That's the last little piece. Hopefully that'll be a bit more straightforward. Quite a nice little motor in there. That's more like it, something easy. We'll just pop that through there. Which is another on-off switch. So again, there'll be a little bit of brass in there. Oh, that's better. A few screws on that. And I think we'll be done. There we go, piece of plastic. And there we've got just your standard tyre inflator. So it's just a motor there and a little bit of cast alley there. We'll get some copper out of the motor, and that's that. Piece of cake. We'll just weigh that battery, just out of interest. Got some new, I've recharged the batteries in there. What we're coming out at 3.7 kilos. So yeah, that's all right. Just see what the transformer weighs out of interest. 1.5 kilos for that. So yeah, that was something new to scrap. I haven't done one of those before. And I'll say if you get one that doesn't work, you get a nice battery in the larger one, and in the smaller one, a really nice transformer with some decent copper on it. Plus all the other little bits and pieces. Not a great deal, but we'll just weigh that piece of alley. Yeah, not a lot. So all in all, pretty good. Take them if you get the chance. Oh, I forgot. And the cable and plug. So, considering the way things have been going today, that wasn't too bad. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope that was of some interest. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you for all the views and likes, comments. It's all brilliant. And I'll catch you in the next one. Keep scrapping.